Okay, so I just got back from California this week. I got to take that sweepstakes win that I won. See? You see it? Yes, Jurassic World sweepstakes winner. I got to take it over Valentine's Day weekend. So Friday we get to Huntington Beach Resort at the Hyatt Regency. And there's a map of it. It's freaking huge. I did not even know. I had never stayed at a resort before, so I didn't know how big it was. But it was crazy awesome. So Friday we get there about 11 o'clock. It takes us about 4 hours to get to our hotel because we had to catch a shuttle. We had to get a rental car, blah, 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 driving the traffic and everything. So we get to the hotel like about 4 o'clock and we eat some supper. We walk on the beach and we just chill out there at the resort. And it was so beautiful because we came from like 2 to 3 inches of snow here in Missouri, to 50, 60 degree weather. So it was like heaven. And then Saturday we got up, we went to Universal Studios, and this was waiting for me at the window. And it was just general admission passes, which I thought was okay. Obviously, hello, it's free. I'm not going to complain. But we ended up talking to this one lady. Her name was Adrienne, and my boyfriend's name is Rocky. And it was so funny because she's like, we just gotten off this ride, and it was the Harry Potter exhibit was open for just that one day until 7 o'clock. It was like a preview because it's not even supposed to be open until April 7th. So we were a little bit disappointed about that, but they actually ended up opening up the rides and stuff. So we waited for like an hour and a half. We went through that whole line and went through that ride, which, by the way, it is awesome. If you like Harry Potter, you've got to go to Universal Studios, at least even just for that ride itself. And then Rocky wanted to go over and ride the Bart Simpson ride, so I took Rocky and my friends Sean and Shanna with me because I won 4 tickets. And so we go over to the Bart Simpson ride, and I look up and it's a 40-minute wait, and I'm like, oh. And I'm standing there making this face. And some lady walks up to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Well, I'm trying to figure out, if I want to wait 40 minutes to ride this ride, or if we want to walk across the park and try to hit this other ride." And she's like, "I tell you what, if you can answer 4 Bart Simpson questions or 4 Simpson trivia questions, maybe I'll get you on the ride a little sooner." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so between the 4 of us, we ended up answering all of the questions. So she gave us this right here. She ended up giving us this one for free, which I still have because all I had to do was flash it to get to the front of the line and all the rest of the rides. And my boyfriend's name, again, is Rocky. Her name was Adrienne. So she's like, "If you can do the voice, I'm going to give you a priority pass too." So he's like, "Yo, Adrienne," And so we all end up getting this priority pass. So we didn't have to wait at all. We went straight to the front of the lines in all of them. And it was amazing. It's so cute because their tickets are little minions. So like I was Jerry, I guess. Whatever. And then so after we did all the rides, we got done with everything at like 6 o'clock. We started at 9 when they opened. And we went to Hard Rock Cafe, which was awesome, on Universal Studios City Walk. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is crazy. They had this DJ on this big, huge screen, and people were dancing on the City Walk, and it was so overwhelming. Like, I still am just, my mind is blown. And then Sunday we woke up on Valentine's Day, and we went to the Chinese Theater. We got to see the Walk of Hands. We got to which I cried. I stood there in front of the Chinese Theater and I cried. I was like a little baby. There was so much, just all the people that had been standing in the same spot that I was in. It was so overwhelming. All the classics, Clark Gable, Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, all of them. It was crazy. It was very humbling. But see, Sean is a drummer and Rocky is a guitar player, so we had to go to the guitar shop, which was on Sunset Strip, and we ended up going there, and they were like little kids in a candy store. They have all the handprints of like the famous musicians and stuff, and we went to we got to go here, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. That was great. We got to go to Whiskey A Go Go. Then we got to go to the Rainbow Room, Roxy. We did everything. The Rainbow Room was awesome. We got there and we were sitting at the bar. And so we were talking to the bartender and she's just like, hey, the owners just walked in. So I walk over and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your bar. I'm a bartender where I work at in Missouri and this is amazing. And he goes, well, have a seat, young lady. And so we talked and then I motioned to Rocky and Sean because they were over there just enamored by Lemmy, who used to sit in this one spot there at the Rainbow Room. He had his own drink and he has, you know, I think it was Jack and Coke, and then he has his own spot. And so they're just like almost in tears because Guns N' Roses filmed a music video there, and just all of the people that had passed in through those doors that were there that are their idols, you know. And so I called them over and they sit down and they start talking to the guy. He's like, this is the guy that bitched out Jim Morrison. Oh, sorry. In the Doors, you know, and I don't know, it was just, it's like a dream, you know, when you get to do stuff and meet people, and it was awesome. But I'm home and I'm safe and I had a great trip and I'm all refreshed, so it was good times. Great times. Okay.